Thank you. Have a good day. Seat 8. Chips are on the table? Okay, thank you. 42. Oh, maybe we're one of the first. Hello. How many chips is it? How many? 30? Okay, thank you. Okay, here on day 3, we're gonna play the Zodiac double stack turbo. So it's a fast tournament, 30,000 starting stack. I'm excited to get into it, and hopefully it's a little bit softer than the mystery bounty. That's the plan. We might enter the mystery bounty later today, but hopefully I can just final table this one and don't have to play the mystery today. Oh, hey. Okay, peeling our first hand. We look down at ace 7 offsuit in the cutoff. Oh, good. Standard open. My friend Greg sits down next to me. Why on my right? Is bound to happen when you are one of few players entering a tournament at the same time. Button calls, big blind calls, we are very deep. 300 big blinds deep. Flop. 3 spades. We had ace of spades, of course, so we are going to be continuation betting. We just bet out small. Keep a lot of the draws in. 10 jack. Queen X. We're very deep, so we're gonna see a lot of continuation, but we actually get a free bet from the button player, Thai player. Yeah, 4x, so she's representing a lot of Queen X that doesn't want to slow play with a bad kicker. Could also have a spade in her hand. But yeah, we check over to the aggressor. River is a king of hearts. I don't think it's substantial. It hits my range, but we're really looking at any spade on this board. I want to target a 10 or jack of spades. Those kind of hands that maybe connect with the queen, queen jack, queen 10, queen 8. She snap calls, which makes me actually think that we could have gone for more value. I'm learning that from playing these tournaments, that the deeper you are, the bigger you can go for value, and the majority of players will just call you. They're not scared to call when we're so deep. So yeah, I think an 80% or 90% bet would have been more sufficient. And still same outcome. Folds around to me in the small blind. We look down at ace jack offsuit, so of course we want to raise it up. The big blind player is someone I have played against on a previous table. He is quite aggressive, he has a high VPIP. We flop second pair on a very well connected board, however rainbow. Flop goes check check. Turn is an interesting card. 9x just got there. I believe the big blind has a lot more 9x than me, so we do check it back. He bets out for almost pot size, so representing the 9 or 2 pair. We definitely have to call here, considering the king puts us on a higher straight, and then we can get good value. We are still very deep, so definitely have to call. River is a blank, real spades. We have showdown here, so we want to be checking back. Whether he has it or not, he can definitely represent the 9 much more often than I can. He bets with pot. It's a good bet size. Whether he has the 9 or not, we're just folding here. We do let it go, which I think is fine. We're in the hijack, jack 9 suited, beautiful lucky hand. We raise it up to 500. The cutoff wants to play with me again. He calls in. Big blind is my friend, team. He is also
aggressive.
Quite an aggressive player. He just decides to call. I hit top pair on flop, dry boards. I can be up a lot of against a lot of pocket pairs. I don't think we're up against many jack X very often. So our hand does just want protection from our low kicker. Could have decided to call, which is we still put him in that kind of range of pocket pairs that just wants to continue, or even jack X. Big blind calls, which is concerning. He has a lot more 2s in his range. Although not many 2s, because since it's a multi-way pot, the only hand that I see really calling is ace deuce. River is another king. I don't think the kings are relevant to this pot, although it completes a full house with a deuce. And even my hand cannot now beat our jacks. With a stronger kicker. We do think about betting here. We have to check it back. I just think there's too many deuces in the big blind's range. And cutoff, I'm not really worried about, but he does bet out here as he has position. And thinking and considering a call here, since he is the last one to act and could just be bluffing. I see that the big blind actually tank calls here, and that looks strong to me. So we do decide to just let it go. Cutoff shows Jack Queen, and the big blind shows Ace Deuce. Good fold. We are UTG, we have King 10 diamonds. Raise it up to 500. The button player, I have played against him on a previous table, but I never had a hand against him. Although I was able to observe his play and he was very aggressive. He free bets up to 1700, so a little bit more than 3x. Considering the player profile and my hand, we could definitely not roll. Let's see a flop. Flop is jack high, very dry, rainbow board. We check over to the aggressor. He thinks for a little bit, and he bets out 1-5. I think it's a little bit more than I would anticipate for a Jack X hand. Pocket Queens, Kings, Aces. I think that goes slightly smaller. So we do end up calling, and we see a king on the turn. I'm still not thrilled about it, honestly, because he still has pocket aces in his range, jacks, king jack, king queen, all these types of hands, but then he has bluffs like ace queen that are well connected to this board now. Does continue out for 4,000, so a chunky bet. Considering my hand, we are definitely not going away. We just hit top pair, we are not calling flop to fold turn. I think this is a interesting hand as well, because this turn card gives him a lot of continuation bets in his 3-bet range. He's going to be representing a lot of hands that represent the king. The river is a blank, which is a beautiful card. It's good for my... I do quickly check it over back to him. Right now he looks uncomfortable. He doesn't look confident to me. He hesitates a little bit and bets at 6,500, which is relatively small considering 3 bets, 3 streets. I don't want to snap call here. I do want to think about it and consider what I'm losing to. But I believe here he just has ace queen too often, considering the turn card and considering the bet size on the river. The bet size on the river is fairly small. So he's just telling me he has the likes of like ace king, king queen. And he does show the ace queen off. Beautiful part. I'm happy with that one. First break, so my stack is 39,800, just above average stack. Gonna continue playing tight because my table is really aggressive, so I can just let people bluff. I think the first couple hours I figured out who is aggressive, who's tight, who's sticky. Actually, there was quite a bit of drama on my table. Someone was asking for the clock a lot. A lot of players are playing a little bit slow. But I think it's okay because it's still a main event. It's still for a nice trophy, so it is what it is. There's no clock in this tournament, so. But yeah, we're gonna go to take a break and come back, and hopefully the run good continues. So as the player next to me is receiving a penalty, I look down at the beautiful pocket aces. And the player who's receiving a penalty decides to act before I do, so he potentially receives 2 penalties. But instead he gets moved table. I open up with pocket aces, low jack decides to call, and the hijack, beautiful sound to me, he decides to all in 11,100 chips. I glance back at my pocket aces and put on the Hollywood act.
How much? 11-1.
How do you rate my acting skills? Comment down below. That's what YouTubers do, right? So yeah, we decide to call, jokes aside, and the villain folds, and then hijack shows pocket eights. And it is river, a clean run out. So give me those chips.
Try to drop him. Come play with me.
I need to learn some better chip moves. I always see those experienced players who have crazy chip moves and they just have aura. I'm not quite there yet. Look down at the small blind, jack 4 suited. I believe we can just limp call this hand. Suited hand. Want to see a flop. I'm up against a high roller player. He's a very accomplished player from Australia, I believe. He snap bets out 1,000 when I have second pair. We're not going anywhere. Especially against a player that just late registered and is looking to play aggressive and get some chips. We do just check over to the snapped aggressor and we river to pair. So Here, I think we should be going for value. However, I do get nervous and bet out pot size bet, which I think is wrong. I think we should be betting near to 30% pot, get some or even lower. We want to be value betting there when we river 2 pair against such weak action. I believe we're just never getting called by worse on a pot bet there. So yeah, mistake, but that's okay because we were playing against an accomplished player, we were nervous, and it's just part of the journey. You cannot see it, but UTG +1 opens, 2 big blinds. The hijack is considering, and he decides to jam all in for 26 big blinds. I look down at pocket 8s. I have him covered. I ask for a count, and I think this is a very close spot. Pocket 9s, pocket 10s, I'm calling. Pocket 8s and below, I think, is a fold. But marginal spot, I could definitely gamble here if I think I'm up against a loose player, which he is. But I decide that my table is too aggressive and I can get chips in other ways that is not just a flip. Because I think we're up against ace-king a lot, and not very often pocket 7s and below. Hijack opens 2,500. That is 2.1x. We look down again, pocket 8s, but this is a different scenario. This is a hijack open, a very aggressive player, high VP. I have around 30 big blinds in my stack. I decide to jam all in for the fold equity. And he snap calls, which is not good news. But he shows pocket 7s for a snap call. We are in a big pot, big situation. No 4, no 7. Whoa. And we get the bad news on the river. He rivers the 1 card straight. That's just the variance of poker tournaments, and yeah, have to suck it up. But it's definitely a difficult one to swallow in the moment. Previous to this tournament, I had played for 2 days, and I'd been running very bad. Losing a lot of 70-30, and to lose like that, yeah, it's hard.
Hi. Oh, got it in so good. Just no 7, no 4. We're good. We double up. We're gonna be a big stack. Hey. Okay, take some break. Yeah, that's the turbo. But yeah, I got it in good. So what can you do? Okay, go next tournament. I keep getting it in good. Okay.